speed, agility, sophistication, and power. It's not very often that we see all of the aforementioned factors come together in perfect harmony. Well, they do, and that one spectacular phenomenon is called the Aprilia RSV4. So intense and so ferocious was its onslaught right from the moment it was launched back in 2009 that in its very first season at the World Superbike Championship, legendary rider Max Biaggi aboard the RSV4 reached the podium 9 times and also won the race at the Brno circuit. This was followed by complete domination of the RSV4 in the 2010 and 2012 seasons of the World Superbike Championship. In 2014, it was Sylvain Guintoli who won the World Superbike Championship again riding an RSV4. And in 2015, Lorenzo Savadori won the FIM Superstock 1000 Cup season, all of which accumulates into 7 titles being won in such a short lifespan, which gives us a clear idea as to what kind of an unrelenting and unstoppable force the RSV4 actually is. So I count it my great privilege to be able to review such an iconic machine, and I'm extremely thankful to my good friend and well-wisher Mr. Vamsi, who has allowed me to review this bike for you guys. Also, though I'm riding the 2017 RSV4 RF model here, I'll also throw light on what new the 2018 RF model has on offer. Please note that RF stands for Racing Factory Works Edition, which means this production motorcycle is the closest one can get to experiencing a thoroughbred race spec machine, the model that we see participating in the World Superbike Championship. So let's just go ahead and do an anatomy of this razor sharp speed machine in signature Dinos style. Talking about the chassis, Aprilia are known as one of the best chassis manufacturers in the world, and the RSV4 RF has a unique feature which allows you to adjust the engine position in the frame, the headstock angle, the swing arm pivot, and the rear end height apart from the fully adjustable suspension, which is quite exceptional in and of itself. The frame uses elements in pressed and cast aluminium which offer perfectly balanced torsional rigidity and flexibility values, and the result is exceptional performance with unflinching stability. Perfectly aiding this is the swing arm that uses the same construction technology as the frame, and for the 2018 model this has been lengthened by 4mm further to offer better traction and decrease the tendency of wheelies under violent acceleration. Also, for the 2018 model, the fork advancement has been increased from 30mm to 32mm to further better the handling characteristics overall. Also, for the 2018 model, as we can see here, the 4x2x1 exhaust with revamped electronic valve management comes now equipped with 2 oxygen sensors. Nevertheless, the older one sounds completely belligerent and wild, giving us a clear indication of what to expect from this vicious V4. So let's just go ahead and listen to it now. Now, looking at the design, one look at the RSV4 and we can say that the bike is here to dominate the scene, be it with its performance or even its sharp yet intimidating looks. Top-notch build quality and amazing fit and finish come screaming at you each time you choose to throw a glance at this modern, menacing monster. Also, you can see the body graphics pattern change on the 2018 model, wherein the green detailing on the side and rear panels has gone missing. Now, this is something I personally liked in the 2017 model, and I hope Aprilia include that again in their future models. Also, now coming to the changes that the 2017 model brought along with it, and things that most certainly the 2018 model would continue to get. The state-of-the-art technology on this race machine comes courtesy of the Aprilia Performance Ride Control System, a dynamic control suite derived from their winning technology emanating straight from the World Superbike Championship. Now, please note that the following features come as standard on the RR as well as the RF variants of the RSV4. First is the Aprilia traction control, which is now adjustable on the fly without having to release the throttle and comes with 8 settings for higher performance and precision. Secondly, the Aprilia wheelie control is adjustable on the go to 3 levels without having to close the throttle. Thirdly, the Aprilia launch control comes with 3 settings that can be used on the track to get the perfect and ideal start. Fourthly, we have Aprilia Quick Shift, which is a dual direction quick shifter, allowing you to shift up as well as shift down without using the clutch and with the throttle wide open. We also now get Aprilia Cruise Control, which allows you to maintain the set speed without having to touch the throttle, a feature commonly seen in cars, but this would really come in handy when we are riding on the highways with vast open stretches lying ahead of us. Finally, we also get Aprilia Pit Limiter, which allows you to select and limit the top speed allowed in the pit lane while on the track. We also get a new ride-by-wire throttle, which has allowed all superfluous throttle body electronic management components to be eliminated, thereby allowing the bike to shed a further 590 grams. Apart from all of these, the RSV4 RR and the RF also get advanced multi-map cornering ABS to dish out the best possible performance on the track circuit. This new system works in conjunction with the Aprilia rear wheel lift-off mitigation system that prevents the rear wheel from lifting off under harsh braking scenarios. The cornering ABS can be adjusted to 3 levels of sensitivity and can also be completely switched off. We also get 3 new engine maps, namely Sport, Track and Race, thereby offering different experiences as per the personal preference of the rider on varying riding conditions. Please note that all 3 modes unleash complete hell with all of the 201 horses, and the power is not cut down or compromised in any which way. It is only that the way the power is delivered varies in each of these riding modes. I also love the full color TFT instrument cluster, which can be almost equated to a supercomputer with the kind of unbelievable features it has on offer. We get 2 display modes, namely road and race, with each getting a day and night backlighting. We also get a dedicated app called V4 Multimedia Platform, the link to which I have mentioned in the description portion below. As per user reviews, this works perfectly well so long as you get the software updated regularly and ensure you have the latest version. Now this allows you to connect your smartphone to the bike via Bluetooth, and what's really unbelievable is the corner by corner electronic settings calibration data that can be downloaded to your laptop for analysis, just like what happens at the race pits. All the well-known track circuits from across the world come preloaded in this app, wherein you can manage the electronic settings corner by corner. This app also includes the infotainment system that manages voice commands and also allows you to attend incoming as well as outgoing calls with your smartphone. Now coming to the engine specs, the longitudinal 65-degree V4 999.6cc engine with dual overhead camshafts unleashes an "Are you insane" 201 horses at 13,000 rpm and an earth-shattering 115 Newton meters of max torque at 10,500 rpm. Now this comes mated to a 6-speed gearbox. Taking the bike out for a spin was like a dream coming true for me, because though I've ridden powerful machines before like the BMW S1000RR, the Gixxer 1000R, the Hayabusa, ZX10R, etc., my fellow biker brothers have always told me that the RSV4 is on a completely different level in terms of pretty much everything. It's like having all the supercars on one side and the Bugatti Chiron on the other. The bike is a monster, it is a maniac, it is a missile on 2 wheels. I mean, I cannot put to words the sheer lunacy this bike has on offer. It is complete mayhem being unleashed on the road. It's like the epiphany of brutality and the epitome of ferocity that can be experienced on 2 wheels. But the best thing about this machine is that all this lunacy, all this madness, all this mayhem is brilliantly managed and precisely controlled by the onboard electronics that are as perfect and as flawless as Valentino Rossi when it comes to riding. The clutch feel isn't all that hard. The throttle response is phenomenal. The gear shifts are quite smooth thanks to the gearbox now getting a linear sensor. The engine is super refined with no vibrations felt whatsoever. The saddle comes well cushioned and also offers adequate room to move around and position yourself well. Now, though I took the bike to the outskirts to test it, the bike is so damn powerful that even the empty stretches fell short for me to be able to test this bike to my satisfaction. In my opinion, the best place to test such machines is undoubtedly the Budh International Circuit. Now, talking about the brakes, the 2017 model got 10mm larger and 5mm thicker front discs. So we get dual 330mm diameter front discs, and Brembo M50 monoblock calipers are standard on the RF variant. At the back we get a single 220mm disc with Brembo calipers. We get sintered brake pads at both ends that offer superior performance, improved fade resistance, enhanced effectiveness in wet conditions, and longer life compared to the semi-metallic brake pads. The braking is as good as it can get, and that is what one would expect from a super bike that is a benchmark in its segment in terms of almost everything. Talking about the suspension, we get the latest generation generation Öhlins NIX unit up front with forged billet aluminium radial caliper mountings. The front shocks are adjustable for spring preload, hydraulic compression and rebound damping. At the back we get Öhlins TTX monoshock with piggyback reservoir. Now this is fully adjustable for spring preload, wheelbase and hydraulic compression as well as rebound damping. The suspension is not too stiff to bother you even if you hit some rough patches on the city streets. However, the setup shines like the morning star when it comes to offering superb stability at higher speeds and complete confidence while tackling sharp corners, and that is what we expect from Öhlins suspension. Talking about the wheels and tires, we get completely machined forged aluminium alloy wheels with 5 split spokes. We get 17-inch wheels at both ends. We get a 120/70 tire up front and a 200/55 tire at the back. We get Pirelli Diablo Super Corsa tires on this bike that offers superb road grip, but I guess the right place to test the true potential of these tires would be on a racetrack. Talking about other relevant specs, we get an 18.5 litre tank which offers decent tank range. Seat height is 840 mm, and as a result I was left tiptoeing each time I had to put my foot down. Ground clearance is 130 mm. The bike did clear average size speed breakers without scraping its bottom, but it's always good to be watchful with such an ultra expensive machine. Mileage wise, I'm told we can expect around 9 to 10 kmpl. Price ex-showroom Hyderabad for the RSV4 RF is around 26 lakhs. Well, that's pretty much it for now. I just hope you found this video useful. Until next time, this is Dino saying ciao. Take care, God bless and ride safe.